know something? Don't judge the book by its cover.
Okay.
Because the thing about it, it says sheep over wolves are
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Get out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken
Wait,
unto the...
man, you guys, I don't understand the suffering because I've experienced some of the worst suffering imaginable. Why? I'm white.
Bro, this is about the bloodline.
But my bloodline is being abused too.
So these people that hate God consult against God's people. Go ahead. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So who are the Israelites? Do you know? You know who the Israelites are? My brothers on the step, do you all know who the Israelites are? You know who the Israelites are? I don't know. So the question is, who are the Israelites? That's what we've got to find out today. Who are the Israelites? So you've been watching. Today you should find out who the Israelites are. Keep going. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. So the heathen, the other nations, know that the Israelites went into captivity because of their iniquity. Iniquity is sin. So they understand that these people went into captivity or slavery, what you see here on this sign, because of their sins. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Let's go right to the basic. So now we have to identify who are the Israelites. Because if the house of Israel went into slavery, we need to figure out who are those people. Because God said he's going to bring them back. Go ahead. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So God is speaking to the Israelites through Moses. You know Moses, who Moses is? He led them through the Red Sea. He had them in the wilderness. Now he's establishing his covenant with them. He's saying, if you keep my commandments, or if you don't keep my commandments, it could be a stipulation. If you do right or if you do wrong. Go ahead. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. So God said, if you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to curse you. So now we have to sit there and identify. Let me ask this first. Who are the Israelites to God? Before we move forward, who are the Israelites to God? What type of reputation do they have with God? Okay, let's go to 7 and 6. I want to make sure we establish that first. So are the Israelites equal to everybody on the earth? Are they? She said they should be. Okay, let's find out. 7 and 6. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites. God is saying, you are a holy people to the Lord thy God. Go ahead. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee. So God said, I have chosen thee. Who is he chosen? Who? What people? The Israelites. He said, I have chosen the Israelites to be a special people unto him. To be a special people. So do you have anything special to you? Give me one thing. Your kids. Are your kids equal in importance to my kids to you? So do you care about my kids more than you care about your kids? No, because their kids are special to you. You see what I'm saying? There's no equality in that. I can't equate my kids to your kids. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. To be a special people unto himself. So God said, I'm going to choose these people to be a special people unto me. That's like me saying my children are special to me. Your kids aren't special to me because you're not my kids. Right? Go ahead. Above all people. So remember, we just said, are the Israelites equal to every other nation? What did God just say? Read it again. Above all people. He said what? What did he say? What did he say? He said above all people. How you doing, bro? What's your name?
My name's Nate, and
Okay, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, good. So we're discussing the Israelites. We're trying to figure out who they are and what importance they hold to God. So let's read it from the top so everybody get the point. Read it from the top.
Read it!
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. So God said the Israelites are a holy people unto God. Go ahead. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
So he chose who? The Israelites. Go ahead.
to be a special people unto himself,
To be special to him. Go ahead.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So what does that mean? What does that mean when he says they're above all people upon the face of the earth? Does that mean that the Israelites are equal to the Edomites? Or equal to the Ishmaelites? Or equal to the Canaanites? He said above all people, right? So that means that the Israelites are above all people, just like the Bible says.
Right.
So if the Israelites are above all people, we have to figure out who are they.
Right.
That's what we have to figure out. Who are they? And that's what we were dealing with. Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. So we understand that God made a covenant with the Israelites. We on the same page? God made a covenant with the Israelites
Yes, sir.
under Moses with animal sacrifice in Exodus chapter 24. He made a covenant with them. So let's go to 28 and verse 15. Let's see one of the stipulations of that covenant.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Read it.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So let's keep the context. He's talking to the Israelites. He said, if they do not keep my commandments, go ahead.
to observe to do all his commandments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God is saying to the Israelites, if you don't keep my commandments, you'll be cursed. So what are these curses for? What are the curses for? Go to verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What is the they? What are they is talking about? It says, and they shall be upon them for a sign. What are the they? No, it's talking about the curses will be upon them. Yes, the curses will be upon them for a sign. No, that's what he's saying. Read it again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So God is saying that the curses that he's talking about shall be upon the Israelites for a sign. My sister here,
Son, he mixed with Cuban.
the sister right here.
Ma'am.
Everybody can engage. What's your name?
My name is Cece.
Cece. Your name is
Tammy.
Tammy. And your name again, sir? Sir?
Thanks.
What's your name again?
My name is Nathan.
Nathan, Tammy, Cece. Your name? Lily. Okay. Good to meet everybody. My name is Aaron. So let's read 46 again.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So the Bible is saying that the curses that he was talking about in verse 15 will be upon the Israelites for a sign and for a wonder forever. So why would the curses have to be upon these people forever? Why is that? Anybody know? What happened to the brother? Okay. So why would the curses have to be upon the Israelites forever? Anybody know? Anybody familiar with the curses? Are you familiar with the curses,
See,
Cece?
the curse is it's dealing with the devil. It's dealing with chaos, turmoil. And then that's when the destruction is all, brewed. So next thing you know, you don't know what's going on until the light seeks out the passion. What I mean by passion is because you're sitting up there seeking for the best of it.
So you said, Cece, you say you know somebody that knows the Israelites? So do you believe that?
I believe.
You believe the Israelites too?
I believe in everything. Because you know something, don't judge the book by its cover.
Okay.
Because the thing about it is it's a sheep over wolves eye clothing. I'll tell you one thing, when you get I know what you're talking
You all right, Cece? You okay? All right. Go to 28. Let's read verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Get out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse.
So the curses that God is talking about are the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Cece and Tammy, right? So the curses that they're talking about, the curses in Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 on down. So read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So God says the Israelites to be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. So remember, these curses will be upon the Israelites forever, meaning that I can identify who they are based upon the curses that I read here.
That's right.
You understand that? Now, did y'all have questions?
I'm I love everybody. You know, I want nobody to be cursed. You know, we're all God's children. I can speak how I feel, right?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm just, what's going on with this cursing thing? Who's being, are these the people that is supposed to be cursed by what
Where?
These, the American blacks.
Talking about the sign right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So the sign here, you see at the top, it says 12 tribes. Let me see what it say. 12 tribes of Israel, right? So what we're out here to do? We're here to teach our people, people you see on that sign, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We're here to teach them that they're God's chosen people. That's what we're here to teach them. Because for a long time, our people have been told that they're below, that they're the bottom, that they're subject to being in poverty, subject to the things that's going on in the world. We've been put at the bottom. So we're trying to show our people there's a reason why these things happen to us. You see these signs here. You see slavery. These things that happen, right? These are real things that happen, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, they do.
So these are real things that happen.
That's
Right.
sad.
So even on the other side, you see same thing. So these are things that happen to our people. So what we're out here to do is show them, if somebody asks, why did slavery happen to black folks? What answer do we have? People say, well, for money, for looting, for all these different things. But that's not the true answer. We ask questions like, okay, what color is Christ? What color were the apostles? All these things we ask about, even poverty. In the city of Toledo, this is a poverty city. So we ask ourselves, why is it that the so-called blacks always are in the ghetto? Strung out on drugs, on alcohol. Why is that? And we don't have any answer. We don't have a solution. So we go to the Bible to get the true solution. Because we've been going to churches for a long time and we haven't got the solutions. Because you still see people on drugs. You still see people in the ghetto. So obviously whatever is being taught there is not working for these people here. That's what we're here to teach. Go ahead.
What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron. May I say something?
Go for it.
Okay. It's not just the brown skinned people.
Right.
My daughter is on the streets.
Mhm.
She's white.
Right.
You know, yeah, and this right here, that breaks my heart. When I have to know Jesus, and I think he's Jew.
He is a Jew.
Okay. When he had to go, I don't understand the suffering because I've experienced some of the worst suffering imaginable. Why? I'm white.
Why love you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you lying.
It doesn't matter what color you are.
So this is, understand something. We tell everybody this. This is not about color.
That's right.
Nothing about this is about color. Now you happen to look at this sign and see that everybody here has some color, but that doesn't mean anything. You look at somebody like the Argentinians. Most of them look like you. Because they've mixed over time. That's what they look like now. You look like Mexicans. Some Mexicans look Caucasian. It's not about color. Everybody don't got to be brown. It's about the bloodline. That's what this is about. This is about the bloodline.
But my bloodline is being abused.
Lie again. Lie. Liar, them is the biggest liar.
Abuse, what do you mean?
I have people living on the streets.
Of course.
On drugs.
Of course. There's somebody of every nation. Right?
She's white. My blood.
Right?
Why? Why do we gotta suffer? So it's not, you know what, am I getting in over my head?
No, I get what you're saying, but I want you to understand this. We are here to uplift our people. I put it this way. When Caucasians uplift their people, when they want to bring solutions, y'all bring them and y'all make it happen. If y'all want to get people off drugs, you got AA, you got AA, y'all got all these different things for each other. We do. But my point is that our situation is a lot different. So when we want to get out the ghettos, we want to get out the hood, we want to get resources, it's not the same. So go to Psalms chapter 83. I want to get into the Bible. Let's go to Psalms 83. I want to show you something. So this is not about color. This is here to identify issues that we've seen for all our lives. We've watched people strung out on drugs and die for our whole lives. We've seen people get murdered every day, our whole lives. That's not the same reality everywhere. It's not the same reality everywhere. So we're trying to show our people how they get out of it, because we're not the same. I'll put it that way. We are not the same.
No, no.
I want to show you something. What do you say? Mississippi. Even the brother that got you heard of Rasheem Carter? Rasheem Carter in Mississippi?
I don't watch the news.
Would it be good? Rasheem Carter. He was a young 25-year-old man that was murdered. His body was dismembered. He was scattered all over Mississippi.
An attorney for the family of Rasheem Carter says they were told a third set of remains contained a DNA match to Rasheem. According to attorney Ben Crump, this set of remains was found in February. Carter was reported missing by his family back in October of last year. His skeletal remains were discovered a month later in Smith County and were taken to the Mississippi State Crime Lab for examination. The family believes there was foul play in Rasheem Carter's death. Crump sent a letter to the Department of Justice asking them to get involved in the case.
Because they didn't like how he was moving. He was murdered by 3 white men. Now, they're saying that y'all did that. I know y'all didn't do that. But my point is what I'm showing is that our situation is not the same as everybody else's situation. These people you see on the sign, it's not the same people. Because God's punishing our people for what we've done. That's what he's here to do. Read Psalms 83.
What verse? Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. Keep thou silent, keep thou not silent, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So David is saying that God's people has enemies. David is saying that God has enemies. And what do his enemies look like? What did they do? And who are they? Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up thine head.
So God has enemies that hate him. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
So who are God's hidden ones? God's hidden ones are the Israelites. The people that don't know they're God's chosen people. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They don't know they're God's chosen people. They believe that they're equal to all people when they're not. They believe they're below all people because of the conditions, but they're not. So these people that hate God consult against God's people. Go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Hey, pull over, brother. Pull over. Read it again.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So God's enemies have come and said, let us cut the Israelites, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, off from being a people. Because nobody out here knows that the Israelites anymore. They call themselves real niggas, African Americans, Negroes, blacks, Hispanics. That's what we call ourselves now. We don't call ourselves the children of Israel anymore. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
So that means the other nations have succeeded in what they wanted to do. Because we no longer know who we are. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
So God is going to explain who those people are that hate him. Read it from the top.
The tabernacles of Edom.
So God says the tabernacles of Edom, the house of Edom, Esau, these are the so-called white men. These are the people that kill your young brothers and scatter their remains all over Mississippi. These are the people that murder Tamir Rice, that kill Sandra Bland and get off with, and there's no justice. These are those people that hate God and hate you. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites, the same people that put you in slavery. Years ago, they put you in slavery. It's called the sub-Saharan slave trade. These are the same people that are at your liquor stores, at your gas stations, that sell you halal food. These are those same people that hate you. They may marry you. They may say, shalom, brother. What's that? Salam alaikum? Assalamu alaikum. Those people that subscribe to being a Muslim, those are the people that gave you that religion.
That's right.
God says these people hate you.
Right.
Read it from the top.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and
Of Moab. Our people love Chinese food. We love crab legs. We love lobster.
Right.
These are those same people that push that garbage in our neighborhood.
Right.
And we wonder why our people are overweight, obese, high blood pressure, gout, because we're eating the wrong foods. These other nations understand if I keep these people in sin, eating the wrong food, doing the wrong things, that their God will not fight for them. That's what they understand. And our people walk around blindly, not wanting to know anything about it. Not wanting to know, how do we get out of these conditions? How do we save our people? How do we save these young youths right here from being a product of the environment?
That's right.
How do we save them from being drug dealers, from being murdered for drug dealing? Save them from drugs. How do we save them from that?
Preach!
The church is not going to do it. Education is not going to do it. A two-parent household is not going to do it. Only thing that can do that is God's word.
That's right.
You must come back to who you are as a people.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, His word, His